How's everyone doing? I'm gonna do this little interview that I tried to do on the computer, but the whole file got corrupted. So let's do this. First question. Oh snap! It's supposed to be asked to me. Okay, who are you? I'm Kevin. As most of you guys know, my PSN on PlayStation is Chico_NACAL, but for the Modern Warfare game, my username is actually just NACAL. That's who I am, and I own Discord, whatever. What is NACAL? NACAL is a competitive environment that we help provide to competitive players so they can play among some good teams, have some good fun, and just battle it out to see who's the best. But again, the main priority is to just have fun. It's just a game. Can anyone join NACAL? Yes, anyone can join NACAL for the season 1 and for further seasons, except PC players. We are accepting all Xbox players. We're accepting all obviously PlayStation players. We are having a tournament in a couple weeks, but I'll get into that in the further questions. So yes, anyone is able to join the league. Is there an entry fee to join your amateur league? Yes, there is. There is a $20 basic package admission fee into our amateur league. There is a $30 entry fee for any tournaments that occur after December 16, 2019. From that day forward until the season is over, season 1 is over, you're covered for all tournament entry fees for that time. That's the main difference. Basic package, $20, you only get admitted into the league. Full access package, you get admitted into the league and all of the tournaments inside of the actual league time span. What is the difference between the basic package? I just answered that. What date does full access begin? Or, in a sense, when does the season begin? The season begins on the official season begins on December 16, 2019. Anything before that is what leads to the beginning of the season. The combine, the scrims, the lobbies, the tourneys that are before the actual league. The combine begins afterwards, which is the next question. When does the combine begin? The combine begins on November 4, 2019. It's a 3-week span. Yep. When does the combine end? I believe it ends on either the 29th or the 26th. One of those. It's on our website, www.nacalcod.com. That's on the website. How does the combine work amongst free agents / teams? Okay. The combine will be randomized. It is the duty of myself, Mystery, Cosby, any mod, and any community helper to establish a completely randomized tens lobby for combine free agents and combine members that are on teams already. We don't want a full stack team going up against 5 other players that have never played with them. That haven't ever played together. We want it to all be randomized, and we are going to try to enforce that as much as we can, to provide a fair opportunity to all of the new people that might join us. That's how the combine is going to work. We will ping the combine role, and then everyone that is in general chat or wherever you are must join a voice channel, and the first 10 or 15 that join get in a lobby. Obviously, if it's 15, the 5 that don't make the team will have to go into the next queue. So in a sense, we'll be working on queues. If you don't know what that means, It's like a little waiting list. Yeah. What is the vouch process? So, the same way that myself, Kazu, Mystery, my team, and community helpers had to enforce the randomized teams, we are also going to vouch for any players that we see are a bright prospect via stream, via being in a lobby, via hosting it. It is our duty to say a player is vouched. And then once a player is vouched, they will be giving a brand new role called Modern Warfare Combined Vouched. Once you are vouched, you will have access to a player profiles channel in the Discord where you could advertise yourself, and people will only see, well, team captains or team members will only see you because, I mean, you've been vouched, you have the ability to promote yourself. Can one player be on the same team as another as a sub? Okay, let's draw up a hypothetical over here. Let's say Trace Esports has two teams. It has Trace 1 and Trace 2. The 5 players on Trace 1 is one team, and the 5 players on Trace 2 is another. 2 of the players on Trace 1 can be written down in the Google Doc as subs for Trace 2 and vice versa. I see there being nothing wrong with that. I think it's a fair thing. It lets everyone get a good opportunity to play. All I ask is that there is no conflict in, we're playing at 6 o'clock, but Trace 2 is playing at 6:30, and I'm going to need that guy. Like, we can't do that, you know. There has to be some responsibility there on the side of each team. When are final entry fees due? Supposedly right now on our website we have it stated that entry fees are due from the November 30th to December 1st. I'll say 1st. But I think we should just allow teams to purchase their spots now. That way you reserve it and you're good to go. 20 or 30 bucks, don't forget. What happens after entry fees are paid? Once entry fees are paid, we are projecting 20 teams. We are projecting 20 teams. Then, as we did in NACAL preseason for Black Ops 4, we want to do the Majors division and the Minors division. The Majors obviously play for the grand prize pool of over $700. And the Minors play for a smaller prize pool, one that has not yet been determined, but it's along the lines of entry fees being paid back, a small cash prize. Again, it hasn't been set in stone yet. There's still a couple more discussions we need. But after entry fees are paid, that is when we will start allocating teams into a pool. Then we have qualifiers for majors and minors. How do the majors minors division qualifiers work? We randomize 5 teams into one pool. So we have 20 teams, a projected 20 teams. That means we'll have 4 pools of 5 teams each. These pools will play matches versus one another once, which is a total of 4 games. The top 2 teams advance to be in the majors league or division, and the bottom 2 teams go and play in minors division. The people in 3rd place, the teams in 3rd place, play one another, and whoever wins goes to majors, whoever loses goes to minors. That's a pretty simple system. If we end up having more than 20 teams, I aim for 30. That way we can have 6 pools of 5, and we can still do the 3rd place, battle let out type of scenario. Although then it might cause conflict in the end. Let's aim for 20. Do the players in minors have a chance to enter into major division? Yes, at the end of league play in each division, the bottom two teams of each of the majors division will be relegated into minors. And the top two teams that are in minors at the end of their league season will be promoted into majors and be able to compete for the prize pool. That's how it'll work, which is what we did in the preseason. Yeah. How do roster changes work? The first roster change weekend will take place on December 13th through the 15th, where any roster changes can be made. Let's say you pick up a player from outside of your team that hasn't even signed up, go for it. I'm not really being too stringent on that. Yeah. Following that roster weekend will be held every other week. That's when roster weekend will be. Quickly, before I forget, each roster consists of 7 players. So you're paying $20 for 7 players or $30 for 7 players. Once that $30 is paid, I said, like, you can get people who haven't even signed up in the Discord. They can join you. No fee needs to be paid. You already paid your team fee. You're good to go. Also, NACAL is not responsible at all for any payments that you may have contributed towards the entry fee, and then you get dropped and don't get picked up by someone. It's an unfortunate circumstance you're in, but there's nothing we, NACAL, can do about it to back you up. Are there any tournaments going on through the league season? Yes, we will have approximately 4 tournaments during the season, which will be free entry if you get full access, and you'll have to pay an entry fee if you don't get full access. The entry fees will probably range from $10 a team. That's for your full 7 team, to all the way to maybe $30 a team for full 7. So, yeah. Will there be an updated new schedule for the remainder of the season? Yes, we will update all important dates on our website, www.nacal. Let me say that again. We will update all of our important dates on our website, nacalcod.com, and we will also pin any important dates on its own channel that we will create later today, October 24th. Sorry about that, guys. I looked at my watch and it turned on Siri. One of the last questions: with all this hype surrounding the amateur league, shout out, beginning with the majors minors qualifiers on December 16, 2019, are there any tournaments leading up to it? Most definitely. We have a pretty large gap between the Modern Warfare release date and when our league begins. The main reason for that is because I don't want to make a rushed product. I see all these other leagues beginning so soon. I think even a week from now, and I just don't understand why the gun set isn't established. There's no rules made. There's no streaks made. There's no GAs made. There's nothing. I think it's best if we personally wait on the pros to come out with a proper rule set that we can all follow, which could lead to a level competitive scene for us. And that's what I'd like to wait for. I think the quality will speak for itself and reflect on the outcome of the league and where we will, head afterwards. As far as tourneys go, yes, we are hosting our first tournament on November 9th, hosted by Mystery and Cosby. It's the first 2v2 tournament. 2v2 gunfight tournament. Yes. Following that, for the next 2, we're doing an S&D tournament every other weekend. So if we have one on the 9th of November, we'll have another one on the 23rd of November, and then another date in December, which will be 2 weeks after the 23rd of November. Now, the weekends in between our first tournament on November, I'll say 16, 15, one of those. November 16, November 16. We are having our XCal versus NACAL Xbox versus PlayStation 4 tournament. 8 NACAL teams versus 8 XCal teams, and we're gonna play it out to see who wins. You know, it'll be a mixed bracket. It won't be just Xbox here and PS4 here and then meet at the end. No, we'll have it mixed up the whole way. The following that, we will have our first Helix LAN Team Pass tournament 2 weeks after November 16, which, if my math does not fail me, would be November 30th. That Team Pass is for the Helix LAN, dated on December 7th in New Jersey. The entry fee for that tournament, I can tell you right now, will be $30 a team. For the Xbox versus PlayStation tournament, the buy-in or the entry fee for that is $2 per teammate you have. Sorry, just got a little low battery thing. So it'll be essentially, if you have 5 players on a team, that's $10 entry fee. And then after the LAN Team Pass tournament, we will have another tournament, our final tournament. This would be November 14th, the weekend before Majors Minors begins. We will have a state versus state tournament, one which the mod team, myself, the community helpers have yet to decide. What we are thinking of is, with the current 12 CDL teams, we should put a pin on each team and then have a radius of states around it in which you can be a part of that. Like, let's say New York, right? We could have Maine in there. We could have Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Jersey, PA. Is there a Pennsylvania team? I don't know, but that's the whole gist of it. And these are all the tournaments leading up to our season beginning. Second to last question is, are you excited for what's to come? Of course I am. I am delighted and I am ecstatic for the next steps that we go to, and I would love to take you all on a slow journey, with me. And the last question is, why are you doing this? Simply put, thanks to you guys. Oh shit, it's mad sun in my face. Hold on. All right, why am I doing this? Thanks to you guys for teaching me a simple fucking word. It's just simply passion. Again, I've said this over and over again. I love doing this shit, and I'm thankful for the position I'm in right now. Pause. And I'm just happy to do this. I might be on a team, I might not. I don't want an easy dub. But I'm excited. Can't wait. And it should be a hell of a ride. Thank you. And if there's any further questions, anything that has to do with roster changes, please DM, direct message, an account that is on top of mine at the right side of your iPhone or computer or Android, whatever it is. It's called ModMail, ModMail. You DM that person or bot, whatever, and it gets into contact with all the mods, myself, Kazui, and Mystery. And we all see it that way. We're all kept in the loop, and no one's saying, oh, he said, she said, he said. No, we all get it, and we're good to go. Anything else I'm missing? That's it. Thank you very much. And ask us any questions. Take care.